Okay, so picture this. A 22-year-old former student just graduated with a Bachelor of Economics, having studied global and local markets, and with a deep understanding of how money works. They are ready to dive into the corporate world with their newfound knowledge and take on life head-on. Save, invest, grow a family. Life's about to get real good after uni. Or is it? According to the International Labour Organization, unemployment across low to high income countries stands between 12% and 16% for youth in the NEET category, not in education, employment and training. For countries like Kenya, the NEET level for people between age 18 to 34 stands at 67%. Yeah. However, before you roll on the floor in shock and awe, the question lies, are all these people really unemployed? And if they are, how are they surviving? I mean, 67% is a really high number, right? That should mean that they are starving, if not living with able parents. Let's go back to the 22-year-old graduate. They have now left school and it's been 1 year living with their parents. I mean, in the first days, their folks sympathize with them, often giving them some money to get by. You know, buy airtime, hang out with their friends. But after a couple of months, the parents might grow wary of the grown kid always borrowing. Further, the graduate is getting tired of having their parents always following up on what they do, asking what they will do with the money they give them, and most importantly, honestly, they cannot fathom being broke anymore.
I'm tired of this, man! I'm sick of worrying about wick cars. I'm sick of worrying about the government. I can't eat. I'm broke, nigga. I'm broke.
So they start looking for ways to make money. Countless job applications birth no success. And time is moving real fast. Having watched countless videos on social media about people living large working online, the graduate decides that they too want a piece of the internet's pie. Digging deep into the internet, the graduate fortunately finds a way to get paid. An online job that at first maybe does not pay much and grows over time, or maybe it's a nice payoff and fits their skills perfectly. Most online job websites pay in dollars. Therefore, within a short while, the graduate starts swimming in cash thanks to a weak local currency and affordable living standards. They move out of their parents' house and start a new life, domiciling in the house all day, working online and only coming out to get food, drinks or go out with their friends for whatever reason. The life gets comfortable. Amazing. They even purchased their first car. Years pass by with the graduate growing their account into a money minting machine while looking for other ways to make money. Then it happens.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
One morning, as they are opening their email, the dreaded trauma-inflicting, pain-causing, confusion-triggering message comes. Their account has been suspended for some irregularity. Maybe a client reported their error, or they submitted a task late, or had consistently submitted low quality work. They are in shock. Their primary source of income is gone. Luckily, they have some savings to get by and pay rent as they figure out what to do. They try appealing to the site admins, but the ship has sailed and the account is not coming back. They have to get their footing back or else they are going to move back home. That is not an option. So, they start applying to jobs again. They relive the trauma of submitting unanswered job applications, writing long cover letters, engaging in aptitude tests, but this time it's different. No, actually, it's worse. Years have passed by and there's a gap in their resume. What's even worse is that the job they were doing for all those years is not related to their university course or industry. And the companies to which they are applying do not recognize that kind of work experience. Those that do recognize this kind of work experience and offer jobs pay almost 10 times less what the graduate was making online. They are stuck in limbo, so the graduate has a choice to either accept the peanut salary or keep hunting for something better online. they could either develop an online work resume which fits into the online world but lacks merit into the outside corporate world in their country, or engage in uncouth and illegal methods of earning such as credit card fraud. The unhireable graduate or worker is a growing phenomenon in most low-income countries. The BBC recently ran a documentary regarding the thriving academic writing industry in Kenya, where young people earn millions doing assignments for students in Western and rich Eastern countries such as the US, UK, and China. What most people do not realize is that the individuals who engage in these quote-unquote illegal jobs do so out of necessity. Some of them are really smart. That's why the students for whom they undertake assignments pass and get A's and distinctions. SMEs are full of Kenyans too, a lot of them highly rated. When a student pays $100 for their engineering paper, for instance, the Kenyan who did it gets roughly 12,800 shillings, which is the average rent for a one-bedroom apartment in Kenya's middle-class estates. Now, tell me, if they do a paper every day or every few days, that Kenyan will even build a house for their family in the long run. How then are they going to look for a job in the local market that pays in a month what they get in 2 days? The unhireable graduate is the result of ancient, locally inapplicable copy-paste university courses in local universities, weak, selfish and corrupt leaders, looting of funds meant to create and grow industries, failing or monopolized agricultural sectors, shifting economies, and above all, nations that focus on consumption rather than production. Even if the governments weren't corrupt, jobs will still be scarce in these countries as a result of low production activities. For example, Kenya's exports in 2023 were valued at $7.8 billion, while imports value stood at $18.65 billion, meaning the country imported more than double, almost triple, of what it produced. Students in low-income countries are often taught how to be employees, and when they try to become employers, their governments choke them with like 20 required licenses and hundreds of thousands in startup and operation fees. And even if they overcome that hurdle, their high taxes might run them down to the ground in less than 2 years. In summary, unless there is a dramatic turnaround of economic events in low-income countries, the unhireable graduate will continually compound, creating dollar millionaires and highly skilled individuals who look down upon local companies and businesses that can't afford to pay them in foreign high-value currencies. This will not be great for the local economies in the long run. It's up to the young generation and existing leaders to turn things around and root out the rot in developing countries' economies for their sake and that of the future generations.
Remote work is not a hype. This is something that is here to stay, and the sooner you adapt to the new changes, the better for you.
Also, I want to know what's your salary expectation and also your availability to start for this role.
Okay, so I'm available to start within 2 weeks, to be honest, because 1 week I've got to give notice to my current employer, and then the other week I want to use it to just get into the headspace of joining a new company as well. So I don't want to jump from one thing to the next.